All right, let's get this show started.
In today's news, Greg Hardy gets knocked out again. On Friday, Hardy faced Russian boxer and kickboxer Alexei Pepin in the squared circle at Megasport Palace in Moscow. Hardy entered the ring undefeated in boxing, but that changed when he got caught in the third round. Pepin unleashed a fury of punches, leading to a left hook that sent Hardy sprawling to the canvas.
Пришел в себя. Отлично, молодец. Еще раз. Жестко. Браво! Какой гол! Молодец, Папин! Что за мужчина? Красава! Так, здесь посторонние в ринге. Друзья, вот это бой поищем. Ну посмотрите, что сегодня творится.
Henry Cejudo joins Umar Nurmagomedov's training camp. Khabib has shared footage of Umar training with Cejudo ahead of his fight against Dorobshokh at UFC 311. Demetrius Johnson was also recently seen training alongside Umar.
Хорошо.
The fighter from the UFC 308 presser will not get signed by the UFC. An MMA fighter who went viral for asking Dana White to please sign him at UFC 308 suffered a heartbreaking result over the weekend. Nabotov claimed that he was 9-0, which was later confirmed to be 8-0, and was ready for a shot in the big leagues. White didn't sign the Tajikistan athlete directly into the UFC, but instead gave him an opportunity to compete on Looking for a Fight. Nabotov's chance arrived last night at Z Fight Night 2, a South Korean promotion helmed by UFC legend Korean Zombie. Unfortunately, the 25-year-old lost by unanimous decision. Dana White later confirmed he signed Mateus Camilo to the UFC following his decision win over Nabotov. White also said that the Korean Zombie told him that Nabotov was causing issues during fight week anyway. POV of a Sean Strickland opponent. Strickland shared a video showcasing what it's like to face him inside the octagon. Check this. Joaquin Buckley leaves press conference after just one question. During Saturday's main event at Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, Joaquin Buckley defeated Colby Covington via doctor's stoppage at the 4-minute and 42-second mark of round 3 due to a cut. Following the victory, Buckley appeared at the post-fight press conference, answered one question, and then left.
Did you kind of see that going that way before you got
Yeah. My first main event was a big success. I feel like the whole card, was very successful, getting a lot of knockouts. I feel like, my fight, shouldn't been stopped, but, it is what it is. You got to protect the fighters. But I feel like 2025, man, is definitely my year, and we definitely taking over, With this being said, this is on a 6-fight winning streak. I got, 8 knockouts, within the UFC. I feel like I done enough to really kind of put myself in a position to kind of, yet again, fight for that title. And even though I know that Shavkat is next, blessed to that fight. But if anything happens where Shavkat or Bilal doesn't, step up into the octagon, I'm willing to, face them. So at the end of the day, man, we're going to keep this nice and short, bro. I'm definitely looking to take that throne, man, 2025, bro. So we out, baby. Thank you.
Dana White reacts to Covington vs. Buckley, confirms Jon Jones will fight Tom Aspinall. The UFC CEO stuck around a bit longer than Buckley and suggested that while Covington's cut was bad, it might not have been bad enough to stop the fight.
Yeah, I was curious to see how it would go if it went 5 rounds, if it went later in the rounds. No doubt that was a bad cut, but that fight doesn't get stopped in Vegas. That fight keeps going in Vegas.
You think it could have gone?
100%. Yeah, listen, you go in and beat Colby Covington, it's a big deal. You know, love him or hate him, you know, the guy's a dog, tough as nails, took big shots to the body tonight, took big shots to the head that would have knocked a lot of people out. Colby's durable and tough, but, you know, when you get cut, anything can happen.
White also said that Manel Kape is not getting the next flyweight title shot despite his win at UFC Tampa.
Manel Kape had a lot to say, right? You guys had a combo there.
Yeah, we had a nice conversation tonight.
Yeah, he's like, you were like, yo, I'll meet you in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Did you get to talk to him? And if so, how was that conversation?
How do you know what we were talking about? That's fascinating. Yeah. He said, you know, I this, that, that. I said, well, let's finish this one first. You got 5 more minutes. So, and he went out and he did it.
Is he getting the next title shot at flyweight, you think?
No, he's not getting a title shot, but we'll definitely give him what he's looking for.
Okay.
Dana also made a rare guarantee stating that Jones and Aspinall will fight to unify the UFC heavyweight title in 2025.
We know Tom Aspinall's down. Jones is kind of like on the fence, or at least that's what he said publicly.
Right.
Have you talked
It's weird.
to him? How confident
What's weird about that? Let me tell you what's weird about that. So usually those guys say that shit behind the scenes and not publicly. Jon says that shit publicly, but not behind the scenes. Jon is a very unique individual to deal with. From day one, I've been confident that Jon Jones would do that fight, right? I mean, even before the fight. I said if he won, there's no way Jon doesn't do this fight. Jon Jones isn't afraid to fight anybody, and that's a fact. And the only time that anything remotely weird has ever happened with Jon Jones was the time that his fucking camp did the weird Chael Sonnen thing. We can't fight Chael Sonnen on short notice. Other than that, and that wasn't him. It was his team, and he listened to his team for whatever reason. But that's like the goofiest fucking move in the history of the UFC. But other than that, Jon Jones behind the scene is not a guy that turns down fights.
Would you guarantee 100% we see that fight?
Yeah. I'll say 100%.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fighters mock Conor McGregor over new grappling footage. McGregor recently posted new training footage showing off his jiu-jitsu skills. Some weren't impressed. Chase Hooper commented, "Objectively, that's a white belt level knee on the belly. Looks like drilling or light flowing. That being said, you should look better with that little resistance than you actually are." Jake Shields added, "I can't believe he even posted this." It's time for today's top memes. Third place was posted by D-Block David. Second place was posted by Illuminati. And the top pick was posted by As Shopped As It Gets.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest MMA news.